Okay, so we're going to learn today about probability. You might have done probability maybe in your other classes, or maybe this is the first time. So we're going to learn all about probability this week. And probability are like, what are the chances? What are the chances that it's going to rain right now? 0%? Is it 0? I mean, it's pretty cloudy. Could be. Maybe like 1%. What's the probability that Miss Lamelli is going to give you homework tonight? 100%. Yeah, you know me. Yay. What's the probability that you're going to get homework in your science class? 60%, no, 0%, 1%. Did you guys notice that those of you who are responding to me, you're giving me your answers in percents or numbers, right? Well, probability is based on percents and fractions and decimals, but percents. What's the probability that I'm going to give you homework? 100%. Some of you, your science, depending on your science teacher, might be 6% or whatnot. All right. Cool. So you do know something about probability without actually realizing its probability. Okay, we're going to do like a little table with 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. And the first column is possible. Possible, but not certain. Thank you for copying this down. Second, in the middle is called certain to happen. And my third column is impossible to happen. So my first column is possible but not certain. Everyone's writing it down. My visual to I was hoping I didn't have to say it out loud, but here I am saying it out loud. Copy all of this down. All of it. Everything. Including the vertical lines? Yes, including the vertical. Including your mistake right there? No, I'm going to fix that mistake. Erase it. But Miss O'Malley, you wrote that too. That's cool. Okay. And in those 3, I want you to come up with 3 things that fit into each category. Okay? Think of your life in this classroom, your life in the school, your personal life, or in general life. What 3 things is possible but not certain? Like, it could happen, but it's not 100% it's going to happen. Certain to happen is it's going to happen. Like, no doubt about it, it's going to happen. And then the last column is impossible. Like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Dinosaurs are not going to be walking in the hallways right now. Impossible. So think of things in your life, at school, or in general in the world. 3 things that fit into this category, 3 things that fit here, and 3 things that fit here. And I'll give you guys time to kind of think. Like, for example, for me, certain to happen, give my students homework. It's going to happen. That would be certain to happen. I'm going to write that down. That's for me, though. Give students homework with a smile on my face. Yeah. That's certain to happen. Okay. You think of one in your own life. That's for me. That's my life. That's not you guys. You can't give students homework. So what would you guys say? List 3 things that are possible to happen. For me, possible to happen would be like eating pizza for dinner. Getting Carl's Jr. What would that be in your column? Possible, certain, or impossible? Oh. Okay, but not, okay. So you're going to get Carl's Jr. Okay, you write it down. Put it out there in the universe. Where would I put for myself winning the lottery? Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your well wishes. Feeding my dog. Certain possible my mom could feed him before I get home. Calling someone's parents because they're off task. I called someone on Friday afternoon. Oops, I hope I didn't ruin the 3-day weekend. That would be just terrible.
It would.
But I did. It's the little things in life that make me happy. Like calling home on a Friday of a 3-day weekend. Alright, come on. Come up. Come on. Those 3 dots. You make a list of 3 things that you think are possible but not certain. In your life, at school, what do you usually eat for lunch? Is it the same every single day? Change it up. Getting straight A's. Where'd you put that? Oh my god. Don't be so negative.
Yes. Yes, Dago, I like that. A little bit more positive.
Some of you having a substitute before the period. Or 5th period or whatever. Whatever it's not here. Yeah. Well, I mean, you've had a sub, you know. It's a teacher, like myself or someone else, but. Reading a book. Some of you love to read books, so reading a book today. Eating pizza today. Where would you put that? It's snowing outside. What are the probabilities that it will snow in Santa Ana? Where would you put that? Okay. So now I need you to fill in, literally everybody right now, think of 3 things that are impossible in your life or in the world. Like, for example, impossible for dinosaurs to appear right now. Possible but not certain. Going to Mars. I mean, it looks like it's possible. Or going to the outer space, right, as an individual person. 10 years ago, if I would be like, yeah, we can go to outer space, people would be like, no, that's impossible. We're not astronauts. But now, you have millions and millions of dollars. It's possible. You know, Elon Musk can do it. Possible. No, not Elon Musk. Jeff Bezos. And what's the other guy who went? From Virgin Galactic. There was 2 guys who went to space this summer. Bezos and this other guy. A week apart. So think of 3 things that are certain, possible. My mom making dinner. Where would you put that? Huh? Like it's all you know. Your all your mom, dads, whatever. Like who's the one? Like no, it's not my mom who makes dinner. It's always my grandmother who makes dinner. Okay, so mom making dinner, that's gonna be impossible. She burns water. Whatever. I don't know. Exactly.
Boiling?
Yes. All right, come on. Fill in your table. Thank you for filling out your table. Fill out your table. I gave you a lot of examples of where you can go with this. You know, you getting brand new shoes in the next month. Possible, maybe. You running the mile in less than 15 minutes.
Impossible.
What? 15? Come on now.
No, impossible. Who?
Eating a hamburger for lunch. An earthquake.
No, it's possible. It's not certain.
It's possible but not certain. Yes, Nico. Yes, Jeff Bezos, like the outer, right outside our atmosphere. Damn. Dude, it was all over the news over the summer. And he thanked us, the Amazon customers, for making that possible. And I'm like, thanks. Celebrating my birthday in September. Not for everybody. Walking home, riding my bike, going to the park. Those are some ideas that, like, okay, my dad picking me up after school, walking home. Where would you guys put those on your list? I'm giving you ideas to help you fill in your chart. If you're stuck on, like, spending 5 hours on my phone after school. Getting yelled at for being too much on my phone.
That happens every single day.
Then you would put it where?
Starting to happen.
There you go. Being late to fourth period.
Possible.
Some of you are like, if you go across campus. What other activities?
What I have to do.
Running to the lunch line because I feel like I'm not going to get there on time. I hope none of you run to the lunch line. All right, who wants to give me one of their possibles but not certain? Krista?
Getting kidnapped.
Getting kidnapped. Possible but not certain. Yes.
Getting a new phone.
Getting a new phone. Brian?
Which one is it?
The first column. Possible.
Getting good grades.
Getting good grades. It is possible.
I put that too.
Good. All right. Yes. Playing video games when you get home. Yes.
Being smart.
Being smart. Yes. What is it? Getting run over. Yeah. Look both ways, kids. Look both ways. I don't stop. Certain. What are some things that are certain to happen? Yes.
Screaming at children when I get home.
All right. Screaming at children. Yes.
Whoa.
What is it? Punching your sister. I hope not. Yes.
Doing homework.
Doing homework. Certain. Yes. Annoying my brother. That would be my certain too. What would be impossible? Impossible. Yes.
Actually, never mind.
Okay.
I don't know if it can happen or not.
Brian?
I'm getting smarter.
No, it's possible. It's possible. Yes.
My cat flying to heaven.
My cat flying to heaven? Okay. Yes.
That's impossible. Getting an A on my house.
Okay. It's possible. Yes.
Security breach finally coming out.
Security reach?
Like the security?
No.
Is it part of a... Yes? Taking a vacation. At least not right now, right? Yes?
A hurricane happening here.
A hurricane happening here. Correct. Ask me in 50 years, it might change. You know? Everything.
Oh.
Yes.
Santa Ana becomes Antarctica.
Santa Ana becomes Antarctica. Impossible. But, you know,
How?
hope might change. Yes.
What? Not getting homework.
Not getting homework. Correct.
I mean, that happens on Friday.
Oh, speaking of homework on Friday.
Oh.
Oh my god, okay, man, hurry. You swear I'm not going to mention it. Alex, your topics start. Okay. Due Sunday. Alex is due Sunday. Impossible. I win the lottery today. Today. It's impossible because I haven't played, so I can't win it today. But if I play it, I'm going to win and be like, all right, guys, I just won $30 million. I'll see you guys. Yes.
Because a lot of people can win the lottery.
True, but I said today.
Oh.
All right.
Is there a lottery?
I don't know. Okay, let's draw a straight horizontal line. And let's put 0% here and 100% there. 0% to 100%. What word from the top 3 columns would describe 0%? Impossible. Very good.
And then possible.
What word describes 100%? Certain. So where would possible but not certain be?
50%.
50%. But I agree, but can it also be anywhere?
Yes.
Because possible could be 1%. It could rain, 1% probability. It's probably not going to happen, but it's still possible. But we'll go with 50% because I understand where you guys are going with that. Possible. But in reality, possible could be anywhere between 0 to 100%. Does anybody know what's between 0% and 50%? Nice, 25%. Can someone think of something that's about 25% probability of happening? 25%? It could be from your list of possible.
Making a sandwich.
Making a sandwich. What else did I hear out there?
Dying in a week.
Jesus. I guess I'll be so negative. 25% chance, I'm going to say, for me, you guys can write whatever you guys want, of your of the things that you listed here, possible but not certain, which of the ones that you listed have about 25% chance of happening? Of the ones that you guys listed, what has like a 25%? Like, it's pretty low.
Earthquake.
All right.
Dying in a week. Why are you so negative?
Let's be positive. Earthquake. It can happen. It's a low probability, but it can happen. Okay. You pick one that's on your list that's about 25%. Maybe like walking home. Maybe today you're either going to get picked up or walking home, but you usually get picked up. All right. What's in the middle of 50% and 100%? 75%. So, of your list, what has a pretty good chance of happening? 75%. 75% is a pretty good chance. I don't think rainy today, although. Do we ignore? What would be 75%? For me, 75%. No, it's 100%. Leaving school after 3:30 p.m. I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave school after 3:30. 75%. Is it 100% that I'm going to leave after 3:30? No, I could leave a little bit earlier or a little bit later, but I kind of feel like today won't be such a long day, so I'll probably leave around 3:30, after 3:30. Great. So only 20 more hours to go. Yay. What would you put at 75%? Look at your list. What would you choose to be 75%? Hanging out with my friends during lunch. It's probably going to happen for you guys. Unless, I don't know. All right. Are we okay? So, why do we do this? There's a couple reasons we do this. So, probability is based on basically 0 to 100%. 100% is something that's going to happen no matter what. If I have a bag full of red chips, red marbles, red chips, what's the probability that I'm going to dig into that bag and pull out a red chip? 100%, because they're all red, right? What if I had one red and one green marble in a bag? One red, one green. What's the probability that I'll choose green? 50%, right? So you guys have some knowledge of this. Okay, cool. I would like you to, you don't have to write this down, go to this website, ebooks.com. ebooks.cpm.org. ebooks.cpm.org. And log in using Google. Guys, knock it off. Would hate to keep you during nutrition, but we will. Okay. ebooks.cpm.org. Krista, can you go to this website, please? Thank you. Now, if you're on Safari, we can make this into one of your it's gonna look like an app. Yes.
What do I do? It's because I don't have an iPad. So,
Yeah, so you're gonna follow along. All right. On Safari, because I learned first period, it doesn't work on Chrome. If you click on the up arrow on Safari, once you're on the website, click on the up arrow, then add to home screen. Click on that, and then click on the word add. You have to click on it twice. So add to homepage, add. Then what happens is when you go to like where your apps are, it will come up like an app. So next time I ask you for CPM, all you have to do is click on that, and it automatically takes you there instead of going to the website, blah, 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 blah. So it's like a shortcut. So again, the up arrow, add to home screen on Safari, and then it will be there as like an app. Okay? It only works for Safari. Okay? Log in through Google. All right. Now, click on, I don't think you have course 3. I think you only have course 2. So click on course 2. Click. Then, chapter 1. And then 121. Come on. 121. This is where we should be. How do I... This is what yours should look like. What are the chances? 121.
course connection, course 2.
Yeah, course 2, chapter 1, and then section 121.
Got it.
So yours should say, what are the chances? What are the chances? All right. Ready? Okay. 121. These right there, those numbers are the problem numbers. 1 for chapter 1, and then this is problem number 50. So chapter 1, problem 50. We already did that problem. Possible or impossible. We're going to jump down to 1-51. So find 1-51. All right, my notebook. 1-51. So we're on problem 1-51. Who would like to read the first paragraph of 1-51 to the class? The first paragraph about Mike. May I have a volunteer to read the first paragraph? Course 2. It should be the first book. All right, do I have a volunteer to read about Mike? All right. Elizabeth, did you find it? Chapter 1, 121. Krista, please. Thank you. Listen up while she reads the first paragraph. Or did you have a question, Krista? Okay. Brian, are you volunteering? Is that why your iPad's facing down? Okay.
I'll volunteer.
Thank you, Tanya.
Where do we read?
1-51, the first paragraph. Mike.
Mike wants to win a giant stuffed animal at the carnival. He decided to play in a goldfish game, which has three prizes: a giant stuffed animal, a smaller stuffed animal, and a plastic kazoo.
Kazoo. Yeah, it's like one of those. Okay. Would anybody like to volunteer to read the second paragraph? Thank you, Tanya. All right. Read it. Follow along as I read aloud, because maybe you don't understand it when I'm reading it, but you're reading it to yourself. Second paragraph. The game is set up with a tank containing 1 green fish, 3 blue fish, and 6 yellow fish to play. Mike must go fishing. The game is set up so that every time a player goes fishing, they will catch a fish. Okay, we'll do the. Okay, now to win the giant stuffed animal, Mike needs to catch a green fish. He wants a giant stuffed animal. All right, letter A. Question letter A. If all of the fish in the tank are green, how would you describe the probability of Mike winning a giant stuffed animal? How would we describe it? If all the fishes are green, how do we describe the probability of Mike winning a giant stuffed animal? Possible? Certain. 100%. Because all the fishes are green. So is he going to win? Yeah. So if all the fishes are green, then it's certain Mike will win because all the fish are green. Letter B. Okay. The way the tank is set up with 1 green, 3 blue, and 6 yellow fish, what are the chances that Mike will catch a black fish? 0%, or what's the word? Impossible. Impossible. Impossible to catch a black fish. Just impossible. So it's certain that Mike will win because all the fish are green. Impossible to catch a black fish because there are no black fish. Can't catch something if there's none there. All right. We okay? Letter C. Given the information in the problem, what percent of the time would you expect Mike to catch a green fish and win the giant stuffed animal? So, in the world of probability, it's asking you, what is the probability of getting a green fish equal to? Okay, I'm hearing some answers. Which is great because you're thinking, you're not like, I don't know, what is she talking about? Okay. in order to find the probability of a green fish, I need to know what's my total fish count. How many fishes are in the tank? What's my total fish count? Look back.
10.
Yeah, 10, right? Because there's 6 yellow, 3 blue, 1 green, right? Of the total, how many are just green? 1. So of the 10 fishes that are in this tank, 1 of them is green. The rest are a different color. So the probability that it's a green fish is 1 over 10. Because there's 1 green fish out of a total of 10. This is huge, guys. This answer is super important. How did I get this answer? The 1 represents the 1 green fish. The 10 represents your total, right? The total fish. Cool. But it's asking me for a percent, and that's a fraction. Ugh. Yeah. This is why we learned fractions, decimal percent last week for this. So 1 goes inside, 10 goes outside. That's cool. Yeah. 0. Okay, that gives me 10. Cool. Yay, happy teacher. Cool. So it's 0.1. That's still not a percent. So what percent is 10%? Love it. Because you move it 2 times, right? Uno, dos. Add a 0. So the probability of a green fish is 1/10 or 0.1, or what we really like is 10%. Okay, I want to know, this is extra, what is the probability? So instead of writing the word probability, which is a pretty long word and a bunch of L's and I's in there, in math, we just write a capital P. And a capital P stands for probability. So instead of writing the long word out, we write a P, and then we inside the parentheses, it tells you, well, what do you want to know? Well, I want to know, what's the probability of choosing a blue fish? What's the probability of choosing a blue fish? Who can give me the fraction for blue fish? What's the probability of blue? What's the fraction? 3 out of 10. Where do we get that? There's 3 blue fishes, right? That's the information they gave you. 10 is your total fishes. Cool. What's the decimal?
0.3.
Right? How do I get that? We divide. And then 0.3, move it 2 times, add it a 0. So that's 30%. Okay? This is what we did last week, right? That's why we spent a whole week doing this. So when we talked about probability, you're like, oh yeah, I know how to change a fraction to a decimal to a percent. That's cool. Right now, I'm just worried about like, where did she get the 3 and the 10 from? All right, what am I going to ask you next? Probability of yellow. What's the probability of yellow? How many yellow fishes are there? 6. How many total fishes are there? 10. All right, so what is my decimal? 0.6. 0.6, that's okay. And then what's my percent?
60%.
60%. So if you went to the fair and you played this game, what are you most likely to get? What color? Yellow, right? 60% yellow. And what prize do you think you get with this one?
A small bear.
No. The kazoo. The cheap plastic kazoo, right? When you go to carnivals and play these games, like the cheapest prize has the highest probability. And that giant stuffed bear, right, that's like taller than you, that has the lowest probability, 10%. If it's 10%, do you really think you're going to win it? No, I mean, it's possible, right? But you're mostly going to end up getting a bunch of kazoos. Not annoying whatsoever to go home with a bunch of kazoos. So this is what I did. So we have this bag. these weird shapes signify like the green fish, the blue fish, the yellow fish. So it says it has 1 green fish, 3 blue fishes, 6 yellow fishes. So what color should appear the most? Yellow, right? So I made this bet with first period. I said, if I get the green, you guys don't get homework. Make the same bet with you guys. If I get green, you guys don't get homework. Is that a good bet for me?
Yes.
For me, as a teacher?
Yes.
Yeah, because what's the probability of me getting a green one? 10%. So I'm thinking as a teacher, I'll make this bet. You guys are going to lose, right? Because I'm not going to get green. So let's try it. If I get green, which is just 10%, you don't get homework. You get homework. Guess what happened first period?
They go home.
They got green. And they didn't get homework. Because I'm sitting here going like, there's no way I'm going to get green. It's only 10%, right? I'm going to take it out, joke's on them. Ha ha ha, it's only 10%. Well, guess what? Joke was on me because I did this and I got the green. And I was just like, what? But I was just like, I was very shocked to get green. Because I'm supposed to get yellow a lot. And all of a sudden green is in there. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I'm still, let me see. Oh, look, I can add things. I was wondering if okay, yeah, you see it has 6 yellows, 3 blues, 1 green. So it was correct. I'm sorry. You guys can see that. Yeah. You might want to play this game with your mom. Mom, if I get a yellow, I don't get to take out the trash today. She doesn't know what the probabilities are. You know what the probabilities are.
I should do that.
All right. Let me give you the homework. Yeah. If you want to start your Alex topics, you can. They're due Sunday. Oh, do it right now. Homework. Do it. Do we need one more? What?